That is great. So we're beginning the year. You know, the thing when you begin a year, you look at it, some of you may do resolutions, some don't do resolutions, but still, regardless of how you're doing it, there's always some aspect of when the year is beginning, you're setting out how you're going to proceed throughout the rest of your year. So part of this session, we want to just find out from you, what are your plans? What do you plan to do with your blogging spaces, with your content creation, with I know one of the things people ask about blogging, I think it's the major question people come up with is, how do I make money from blogging? Yeah, it's still a difficult question. Even up to today, I struggle with that. Someone asks me point blank, how do you make money from blogging? Yeah, and I think when you're starting your year, you're thinking, this year, this is it. This is my year. This is the year I'm going to make a whole lot of money from my blogging. But how am I going to do it? Yeah, so I'm hopefully at the end of this session, I will have picked up some tips, tricks, and handy hints from everybody here. So let's get with it. First, one of the things that goes on is you want to learn, you want to upskill, you want to see, okay, so how do you get more skills? How do you learn how to do things? You're like, okay, you can do this. It's a digital learning platform, which is African based, which is also a great thing. I mean, there's many places where you can learn online, but this one is African based. The guys are in Kenya. I was hoping they'll be able to join us and be able to tell us more about their platform, but they aren't available. So I'm just going to play like a promotional video, a trailer, which they have for their platform. Let me share this video and right, so that is called, the platform is called ZD. I will share the links in the chat. But yes, it's a solution. It's a Kenyan solution by Africa for Africa, and they're going to have their lessons of our classes. I know when you look for some of these classes and you're trying to learn some things, you'll find that some of it isn't quite Afrocentric. Here, there's more Afrocentric content. You can look it up and see what else is going on over there. And moving on, we have our next guest who we're talking about how to monetize your site or how to make money. Well, this is not making money from your site directly, but these guys have a platform a Pan-African platform for Africa as well. Tongai, please.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing? How's it?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. This is a great platform, to talk about what we're doing, share ideas and learn. I remember, you came to one of our very first meetups in Harare, and, it was a great meetup. Right now, we're actually going to our third annual meetup this March. So, I appreciate that. Anyways, my name is Tongai Choto. I'm the co-founder of Afrobloggers. We are a Pan-African freelancers marketplace. and we're based here in Harare, Zimbabwe. We also have offices in South Africa, Cape Town, and in Los Angeles. So we are a global platform that's connecting African professionals, who are skilled, who are talented, who are qualified, and helping them access remote jobs across the globe, mainly from the USA, the UK, and Canada. So, last year, 2021 was an amazing year for us as a startup based in Harare. We managed to go through Techstars Accelerator, which is one of the top 3 accelerators in the world, as the first Zimbabwean startup to be selected to go through that program. We also went through Google for Startups program, and we were selected for the Black Founders Fund, and we're one of the recipients for the 100K USD non-dilutive grant. So that was amazing for us, and we continue to grow the community of freelancers. We continue to build the technology infrastructure that will allow a client anywhere in the world who wants to work with African talent to be able to do that in a seamless way, end to end. And by that I mean from a job being posted to identifying who to work with, proposal, and being clear on what work is going to be done, collaborating on the work, and payments being made. Currently we're active in about 7 African countries, and all of them have different rules and regulations. They have different payment methods. So we are also building and facilitating those payments to be seamless, because it's one of the things that hinder or is a barrier for someone outside who wants to hire someone in Gweru, someone in Nigeria, and has to figure out all these things like, how do I pay this person? How do I work with them? So we are creating the platform that enables that to be done as easy as possible. So I want to talk, I know this is a bloggers, platform or forum. So I want to talk about freelancing in that space and share some of my thoughts on, what I've been seeing. I do, read a lot. I do go through a lot of, meetups like this and try to see what the trends are. And one of the things that we have been seeing is that there's going to be a talent shortage, particularly in the tech space, of about 85 million jobs that are going to be left unfilled by the year 2030. And this is not, too long from it. This is just 8 years from now. So our thoughts, looking at, I think about 3 or 4 days ago, Elon Musk, I'm sure we all know him, he said this phrase that Tesla is going to make more robots than new car models this year. Like, their focus is on robots. And the reason is they also see that there's going to be a tech or a human talent shortage. There are going to be jobs that need to be filled, but there won't be enough people to fill them, not because they're not people, but because they're not people who are skilled in those roles. So what I always say is, if you get into a space, you try to figure out what makes you unique as a writer, what makes you unique as a startup or as an entrepreneur. And one of those things is trying to figure out which space is not taken, or which space is about to blow up. So I think in the past few years, we've seen NFTs, we've heard about machine learning, we've heard about artificial intelligence, data science, and all of those things. And literally, I think about a day ago, someone reached out to me and they were looking for technical writers. They're not just looking for writers, they're looking for technical writers, someone who can write a few blogs about NFTs in a way that anyone else can understand. Because if you look at technical blogs, they are more difficult because you want to be technical and at the same time help people understand what NFTs are, help people understand what Web3 is. So all these new technologies coming up, they need people to explain them. So what I think is, as a writer, getting into that space, being that writer who explains the tough topics for everyone else to understand, that right there is something that is unique. So as a platform, we focus on emerging tech talent. So we'll talk about talent in Web3, talk about talent that can developers in blockchain, talk about developers in machine learning, artificial intelligence. And we actually do have free courses for that with our partnership through Data Camp that allows anyone who's registered on our platform to be able to take those courses for free. So if you didn't know, now you do know. Just go on afrobloggers.com and look for the course, and you'll be able to apply and literally start to learn today. So some of the technical writing aspects have to do with even white papers, they have to do with pitch decks, they have to do with storytelling as well. Again, making that difficult topic super simple and easy to understand, even for my grandmother or my mother, which is something that, is of high value, and most writers are not really getting there. So I know I do not have much time, but those are my thoughts. Then at the same time, we also have, I think I mentioned that Bento attended our first summit back in, it should be 2020, 2019. And this year we're doing our second edition of the Freelancers Summit here in Harare, Zimbabwe, from the 26th to 25th to the 26th of March. So again, my email is tongai@afroblogs.com. If you have any other thoughts, if you have collaborations or ideas you'd like to share, please feel free to reach out to me. So now I'm going to leave the floor to questions. I don't know if there's any, even in the chats, you feel free to drop some questions there.
Okay, I have a question, which listening will probably want to hear. So for your platform, okay, you mentioned you have free courses. For someone to join, do they need to pay? Do they need to sign up? What do they need to sign up? And is it open for everybody everywhere? Or you mentioned you're based in Zimbabwe. This is open for everybody everywhere?
Yeah, so we are a Pan-African platform. So if anyone agrees with that, they're free to register on our platform for free. Like, there's no upfront fee. You just create your profile, upload your information, like what skills do you have, the number of years, if you're a developer, if you're a writer, if you're a marketer, also upload, the work that you've done before, so that when clients come through, we just send them your link, like, okay, there is someone that we think can fit the type of work that you're looking for.
Right. Thank you very much for that. The chat seems to be a bit quiet. I don't know if you'll be still with us throughout the meeting. I'm sure people will come up to us still digesting some of these things. When I have the next person, we're going to open it generally so people can actually contribute to the conversation.
People say when you speak and then after people don't have questions, it's two things. They say that you've done a great job and everyone is clear, or everyone is confused. But I'll say I've done a great job. Everyone, got what the work that we're trying to do. And again, my email is tongai@afroblogs.com. So always, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tongai. Moving forwards. So yeah, that's a very interesting conversation we just had there from Tongai, and is explaining that I've also seen this thing about how they're saying that we are going to experience a shortage of some talent. And there's actually going to be positions opening up for talent, which right now does not make sense. Positions we cannot even begin to imagine. So right now, if you can imagine a position like, you know what, this is a thing I can do, which no one else can do. Put yourself forward, be the first person to set up this thing, and you become the trend setter. Of course, this was more for the tech side of people, but there's also so many opportunities one can use for this platform. Moving forward, our next speaker have something which would be more relatable for us, for those who do we've got books, we've got services, we've got something they've done. You have a book and you're trying to figure out how to market it. You want a site where you can market. You're thinking, okay, what do I do with my site? What do I do with my product? What do I do with my service? Resty, I'm afraid to say your whole name.
Yes.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Can I share my screen, please?
Yes, yes, yes. Please go ahead.
As an author seeking your consent, we take in authors whose books have been published and those whose books have not yet been published. Those we can connect them to the publishing house and we share the cost. So we come to you, we seek your consent, you sign a contract with us, we help you market, we do lots of the marketing. You can also do the marketing, we sell, you get 70% of the profits and we get 30% of the profits. You can, one can withdraw at a point when they feel they are tired, maybe they feel they are no longer gaining. You're allowed with withdraw, but we look forward to providing authors, mainly African authors, a bigger market so that their work can create impact and also create for them more profit. We take in novels, we take in plays, we take in poem collections. We are also looking forward to working with bloggers. We have those bloggers, many of whom have been blessed and have talent in writing, and perhaps their work can create more impact and be read out by different people. But unfortunately, some of these people are not well known. So we look forward to working with them. We come to you, we discuss how we see. Then we have a collection of your different articles or blogs. Then we compile them, have them on our site, and we sell them. We still get the 70% and we get the 30%. So the ebooks are always in English. Then the audiobooks, which we are soon beginning, will be in different African languages to help and enable different people, even those who are not well versed maybe with English, be able to read and understand and enjoy the beauty of African literature. The some chosen books will be animated, where we shall have them in the visual format. This will enable have a more interaction with this with the literature, because some people are not interested in reading too much. Some people prefer watching the animated form, some people prefer listening. So we look forward to catering for all the sectors. We believe that through this library, we are going to provide a platform to both the senior and upcoming authors. Today we have many people who have written. We have even a number of African archives, African historical literature, which is very important and perhaps very resourceful to the current generations, but many of them, maybe they've been written, but they are not accessible to many people who would have wanted to use them. Today we have authors who have written, but their books have remained in only small circles. Today, one has to board a car from different places and sit for about 2 hours just to go to a bookstore to get a book. Today, we have authors who have good content but lack market, and they don't have the audience. We also have those who would like to write but don't know maybe then how to start. So we look forward to helping all of them. So we believe that through this, authors are going to get more market, they are going to make more profits, and we are going to have a generation which has been nurtured and informed. And we believe that through this, we shall create more confidence as us Africans. The way the African culture has been portrayed out in the outer world is as if it is sickening, demanding, as if it is as if it is not okay. But we believe we also have those good things. We also have people who write, who do good works, who have good works, who have been blessed, who have been talented to make impact to the pen. So we want to provide a platform for them so that their works can reach out to all people. And the fact that we are drifting to the virtual world, we believe that this will be helpful to enable someone read from the comfort of their zones and also gain the impact and as well enjoy the African literature. Yes. So this is how our site looks like. Yes, this is how our site looks like. We have so far, we have more than six authors. We have more than six authors. We have Rosa Malango, we have Salimak, we have Ronald Sekadia, the president of the Poem Association Uganda, among others. We have more than 7 collections so far. We're still collecting content. So we invite all authors on this platform. Those who are interested, please, you can sign up at imarconsulting.com. Sell with us, come, let's make impact, let's make literature more accessible, and let your work make more impact and also make more profit for you. Thank you, and may the Almighty God bless you.
Wow, thank you very much. A very precise and concise presentation. I'm sure we have questions. If people have a few questions, they can put them in the chats or raise up their hands. I just wanted to, could you share a bit more about the percentage thing? I want to understand how are we making our money, please?
Okay, so when we sell, you get a 70% of the profits and we get 30%. Yes.
And what's your payment solution like, considering like in Africa, we have challenges depending where someone is. How do you process your payments?
We have e-payments. We have e-payments where you can see the money on your dashboard and you receive it immediately on your dashboard. You receive it immediately. You create an account. We open up accounts with the authors, where the author will have an account where the cash directly goes to them. So only the 30% comes to us and the rest of the 70% goes to them.
And one other thing, I think you mentioned it, but I wanted to be clear. Like, so do you have any geographical restrictions? Any countries you're like, no, this one we're not supporting, or every country?
No, we don't have any restrictions. We welcome all people. The only restrictions come with the content, the quality of your content. We should not breach. We should be up to the standards of the social and internet etiquette. Yes. So welcome all people from all African parts. Yes.
Okay, I had a slight network hiccup over there. We just had a power cut. Yeah, Africa, doing business in Africa, you lose power at the most inopportune time. But yeah, I'm back. I don't know if you had answered the question. I was asking if you had on the geolocations, I think, like, are there any restrictions for countries? And I think you had answered that. And someone was asking in the chat, there was a question asking to share the website again. So if you can share the website for you.
I have shared it in the chat, imarafricaconsulting.com. I've shared it in the chat. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. And so, guys, moving on. What do you have questions? I'm sure you should have questions now. You're sitting there, you're thinking, what are your questions? And even if it's not questions, just looking for comments. Tell us what's going on. What are your plans for 2022? How are you? What are your plans? Tell us. Raise your hands and just introduce yourself. Tell us your blog. Tell us a bit about your blogging journey. What's been going on last year? What are you doing? Anything different this year? Um, is there anything going on in this meetup which you want to be following up? Or even in the future, is there something you'd want us to talk about more, to bring back, to put back for you to be able to be like, okay, this is what's going on with you guys. No one is raising their hands. Well, we can always do the thing where we're like, yeah, since this is where the purpose of these meetups are just for us to all get to know each other, to talk, not just you seeing us thinking like, okay, so who are these guys? We are the guys who try to make this happen, who try to make the community work out. So yeah, what is the plan for us? For us, we're just trying to go bigger, do better, do more, grow this community, make you guys up. Yes, a hands up.
Oh, yes, I'm back. I'm a blogger. Yes, I'm a blogger. And
Yes.
last year I honestly was so lazy, and yeah, I was too much in my comfort zone, maybe even because of the books was as in my final year. Yes, but this year I'm looking forward to revamping my blogging site. I really have lots of things to write, and I'm really looking forward to having people sharing my thoughts and everything with different people. Thank you.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to see how you're going to be revamping your thoughts. And the thing about blogging as well, I've noticed that I've been blogging for a very, very long time. And I've noticed that blogging is it's a journey. How you start on your day one post when you do it, what you're thinking you're going to do and how it's going to evolve. And when your day 30 post or your day 300 post, when you look at that and you look back where you started, you've changed. Even your blog name could change, or what your writing style, or what you want to do. Like after this meetup, you might decide, the money is in tech stuff. I want to start trying to be a technical writer because that it pays the bills instead of writing the other things. Or maybe you're deciding, no, let me write the fantasy. Or you want to start a podcast. Maybe you already have a podcast. Like in my blog now, I'm actively trying to do my podcast to read out my blogs and just play with that, see how that's going. And yeah, that's me. So are you trying video? Maybe you want to like, this year I'm starting that vlog. This year I'm starting my YouTube channel. This year I'm doing my podcast. So what are you doing? We have Rehan's Tifa.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. My name is Tifa, like you correctly said. I'm from Zimbabwe, and I don't really have a blog. I have a podcast, and it's still fairly new. I started last year in August, and yeah, the journey hasn't been as smooth as you'd expect. But yeah, I'm keeping on striving. I've just
What is your podcast? What is your podcast about?
My podcast is about general edutainment. I talk about sense. I talk about culture. I talk about Pan-African stuff. And yeah, like Mr. Tonga was saying, I also debunk tech stuff. I like my recent episode was about NFTs. Most of my friends didn't understand what NFTs were, so I actually made that into an episode last week. But yeah, I faced challenges. Most people don't really know about it. The podcast and also the equipment itself. You find I'm still using my cell phone to record and to edit everything and to actually publish, whereas professional podcasters use, those fancy mics and good software. But yeah, it is my hope that someday I actually can start to benefit maybe financially from the podcast and also upgrade my equipment. And also I once tried to write a book and I kind of left it half done because I faced a challenge where I wasn't really affording the publishing costs, and I figured, well, what's the point? But now I am kind of hopeful because, like the lady clearly stated, we can actually contact them and maybe we can hopefully work things out. So I'm looking forward to writing to them and hopefully it works out for the best. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. And I like that you see you were here, you were thinking you've shelved this idea, and suddenly it's coming back. You're thinking, okay, see the universe works in mysterious ways where an idea you think has no merit or like what's the point? When you come into a space like this, you might actually see that, whoa, okay. Okay. Publishing spaces may be difficult, but there are spaces where you can still get your stuff heard. And just to add on, for us, when we say blogging, I think it's a very misunderstood term. Because yeah, for some we could be mainly speaking of those who write and have a site, but even a podcast, it is blogging. It's more like audio blogging. If you're doing video, that's more of like a video blogging. Sometimes even just being on Twitter, that is micro blogging, Instagram, photo blogging. So it's just different aspects of blogging. So don't be like, I'm not a blogger. I think I'm just, no, you're in this space and you are a blogger. You deserve to be here and interact with these people. People are trying to do what they're doing and just figure it out. We're all figuring it out. And hopefully when we come in a space like this and everyone's just saying their 2 cents, each of us leave the more richer for it. There was a hand which went up just now. I can't find you. Is it, I think for the fifth. F-I-I-F-I, Zanzi.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, please. Your name, please just go through your name again for the record for the
Yeah,
because I was looking at it. I'm like,
so that the name is Fifi Jansi. Yeah, so you are correct on that.
oh, okay. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. You know what, Uncle B, it's very nice to see you finally. I've never seen you like this before. And
Wow, is
I've
it?
not also heard your voice before. I've been seeing you on Twitter all day, but so I'm very grateful that you are hosting this, and I'm happy to be around. You know
And
what?
I'm
let me
happy to
tell
see
you. Yeah, you know, I used to read other people's blog a lot, and like 2 years ago, I decided to be serious about it because I thought it was going to be easy. You just type things and you post them. But I started and I realized it's a huge job. It's not an easy deal. So last year, I really wanted to write a blog every day, but I couldn't. I only lasted 6 months, and it's so involving. But this year, I hope to keep things up and write more. So I usually write about design, graphic design, branding, and user experience and things like that. So I hope you guys will be around to encourage me to do.
okay, have we lost you or have I lost me? I'm not sure. Okay, so we have lost. Evidence, your hand was up just there. I saw you in the chats. Please come up. Let's have a conversation.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hi, how's it?
Great. I wanted to check our network is playing up. I know we're in the same space.
yes, because it's doing something funny, and I think because there was a power thing going on. So have we been meetup before? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember.
Yes, I've been here before.
Ah, okay, awesome. I was trying to recall it. Wait, yes, the other one you were in it. Please, yeah, talk to us.
All right, I wanted to ask something about. I just joined. I joined Afrobloggers platform. From that's WhatsApp, right? So there are questions that I wanted to ask. let's say someone, what are the, what's the vision, maybe the activities that are done in Afrobloggers? What if someone wants to participate maybe in funding in some of the activities? How do we get this information? How do we get involved? Something like that. We joined, and sometimes, you join because you just maybe need the help and support of fellow people who are going through the same maybe thing that you are doing. But we just want also to know more about Afrobloggers. Maybe probably I may have some gray areas. What is it about, and is there anything that is happening this year, maybe activities that need funding? What's happening there? Something like that.
Right. Here's the beauty about Afrobloggers. You may identify me like, oh, there's Uncle B, right? But Afro isn't. I'm not Afrobloggers. Afrobloggers isn't me. Afrobloggers is not Bruce. Afrobloggers is not Benjamin or any of the other team members and the admin that you see. You are Afrobloggers. We together in this space, we make up this Afrobloggers. So some of these things, it's us just coming together. If you have a brilliant idea and you're thinking, guys, why don't we do this? I am thinking we can do something like this. Would gladly see how we can work. So, because we don't have the solutions, we don't have the ideas. We may have a couple of ideas going on and we're trying to see how to make it work. But really, it's all a communal effort. That's why it's a community for African creatives, content creators, storytellers, digital storytellers. And we're just trying to see how we can all just come together. Someone does a little something, and even if it means, if it's as simple as just people who read people's blogs, that's a start. Or like moving forward, as I was saying, maybe you want to see, like, can we do an event? Can we do something? We are so open for things like that. Our doors are open. If you just talk to me on the other side, like, oh, what are you doing? Is this something we can go together? And on our website, if you've been to our website, we have a statement which explains what we're about, what we do, and upcoming activities. But one of the regular ones we have, though, is a digital storytelling festival called Winter ABC, where for the month of June, we encourage, invite, and hound people into writing. It used to be for 30 days, but now it goes to like probably once a week in June. We try and find topics and we try and encourage that writing spirit. And sometimes there's even a prize. Like in the last one, we partnered with someone. There was even a prize for like the best for an outstanding content, actually got a prize. And so there's all of these things going on. And yeah, if you'd like to, if there's a thing you're thinking, oh, can we do this? Please come up with that idea and come to us, talk to us. We're here to connect, to collaborate, to facilitate, to promote, to support, to teach, to educate. What are the adjectives gonna get? All of
right.
So it's not like this is us. Like we're talking here, if you're like, yeah, so let's talk more, and we do it. And why we encourage having like these meetups is so people can actually see, we're actually people, and we're just trying to create this space and to see where it goes. I'm sure that it's going to go so far and you're like, wow, you guys knew what you do. We don't know what we're doing. We don't have the answers. But it's people like you who can come up, and if you just like, guys, why don't you do this? And we see how we can make it work. That's why I'm even asking, like, what would people even expect from Afrobloggers moving forwards? Do you have something you want us to do? Like, why don't you do this? Then we start doing it if we aren't doing it already. But yes,
Okay.
much. And so I will talk to my office.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got that.
I answered your question, though. I think I went off topic a bit. But I was just saying.
Right, it's okay. You've answered, but just one thing that I just want to say before I just put my mic down.
Yes.
There's this thing that is called, and I think all of us have been involved in groups. When there's something, when you join a group, sometimes you think it's there are certain people who will be, talking to each other like they know each other. Then, there are some people who just join in, especially the WhatsApp group, and they remain silent. They don't say anything because they are trying to figure out what's happening there. Are there a few people who know each other? So I wanted to suggest that if it is possible, to to find a way where if someone is joining, they are introduced that there's this person who has joined. Please welcome. This person is from this point, or maybe they can introduce themselves. But it will be powerful if someone who is in authority, that means get to introduce, so that when people now come in, they know that no, there is no there are no cults in this group, like a small group of people that talk. I've seen that. I've seen that in many groups, that you create a group, and if you don't do initiatives to make everyone feel that they're part of it, they are just people who just join and they spend the whole year without saying anything, because we haven't provided them a platform to do that, because everyone wants to see. People are afraid of victimization. They're afraid of many things. And I don't know if you are getting me right.
I totally, I get you. I understand. And it's something we also struggle with and try to work around, which is why even when people are like, no, can you just give me a link to join the group? We don't actually just give out the link. Someone has to come through and talk like what they do, what they expect to learn from it before joining the group, so that when they join, they've had a conversation with what to expect. They're encouraged to actually, like, when you join through, can you just, we'll introduce you and you introduce yourself and try and build up that community. But thank you very much again for that suggestion. We're going to actively make sure we implement that as part of as we try and grow moving forward. Because yes, we don't want people to think like, no, you guys just know each other. No. Some people are just forthcoming, and some come into spaces like this where now we're talking, and some are just not talking. And like, oh, now I'm knowing you because you stepped up, you talked, we've talked. But no, there's nothing chaotic going on. Some people do step up more, and hopefully we're trying to also make that culture with us, that people can step up and contribute, and just like, guys, how do we make this work? Because this is, I said, at the end of the day, this is community. It's not just one, it's all of us. If each one just does a small thing, just a small thing, the whole group benefits. No one has to carry the whole thing. Everyone just does a small part. And
all right.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for that.
I think there was a hand up which has disappeared. I don't see it. Right, so anyone who the hand up wants to contribute, to say something, tell us about your journey. How's your blogging? What you're going to do in the upcoming year? What do you want us to do so we can work on ourselves since the year's beginning? If you set up guys, could you do more of this? Could you do less of this? Can you? We're here to listen. We're here to learn. And what's up for 2022? Let me see someone who can just speak, who has not, who's been very silent for us. Benjamin, we see you in the hadn't seen you there. Benjamin, do you want to say just a little something?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can get you loud and clear. Are you at rugby pitch?
Yeah.
I said, are you at the rugby pitch?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Okay. Out and about.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. It's loud out here.
No, we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, we can hear you.
I don't have much to say. Only that I could maybe comment on something that Evidence said. Everyone who joins Afrobloggers is part of Afrobloggers. So if he talked about funding, yeah, we are out soliciting for funding, and also we try our best to make sure we go out and look for information that can benefit content creators, especially monetary. So most times when we avail information, we are trying to show you if in the event you have not seen opportunities out there, but also us as Afrobloggers, we are out looking for funds. If you see somewhere we can apply and we have not seen, it's good you show us. And then, as Beaton said, if there is a partnership. Last year, we had a partnership with Kweshunga, actually brought by somebody in the inside the Afrobloggers, a member, and then we worked with them. So if you see our opportunities and you think we can join on, we can join on for visibility and if you want us to support, if you have a, let's say, project you're pushing, we always willing. Just reach out to us, everybody, but not only me and Biton and Paulet, but everybody. So we encourage and foster collaborations. Yeah, that is what I have to say right now.
Thank you very much, Benjamin. Yes, and for just supporting the point, and that, yeah, we're in this together. We're working together. We're trying to make this thing work. So as we say every year, starting at 2022, this is it. This year they're going to know, they're going to see us. You know. So how are they going to see you? What's on your agenda? What are you planning to do? And yeah, how can we help you with the plan that you want to do? You want to blog more? Do you want people to help out with content ideas? Or maybe you just want people to read? So like, yeah, how can we help you? What is your plan for 2022? How's been that blogging journey? How's it going? Mine is almost reaching, I think, probably a decade. So,
Biton.
Hello, yes, Benjamin.
We also have a room we created on Clubhouse. Anybody who wants to host a room, they can use it. Anyone. If you have a topic, any topic, because content creators discuss what is happening and what happened or what is going to happen. So if you want to use a room, anybody is open to use a room.
So yeah, there's a Clubhouse. It used to be super elite and only for those with iPhones, but now I don't have an iPhone. But yeah, you can join in Clubhouse. You want a discussion done, you want a space done, reach out to us and let's see how we facilitate. Like here, the burning conversation, I think there's an NFT thing going on. I don't understand NFTs. I really want to understand NFTs. If you know NFTs, can you please put us out of our misery? Because I'm sure I'm actually thinking like NFTs and blogging and content creation. I'm sure there's something very, very phenomenal going on there, but I just don't understand it. I don't see the connection. Maybe you do. If you do, yeah, reach out to us. Let us know. Let us see this picture. Let's see how we can take it to the next level. Yeah. Let's see in the chat who's someone. Rest Chita says, yeah, this is amazing. Awesome. Yes, it is. This thing is amazing. When you live here, you should be there thinking, what are you doing for this year? What are you doing for Afrobloggers? What is Afrobloggers doing for you? But how can we help you? We're here to serve, guys. We're here to serve. So are you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have just like, okay, what to do? So moving on. Who wants to say a quick few words? Quick words.
I am Paulette Kangoe from Kenya. I love working behind the scenes. You won't hear my voice most of the time. I'm a blogger. I write faith-based articles, and I'm inviting anyone to be a guest on my blog. And yeah, we are here to serve you, and we have great things coming as Afrobloggers. Yeah.
Yes, 2022 is a phenomenal year. This is our year, as we said last year. But this one really is it. So stay tuned. We have amazing things we've got lined up for you. They'll be coming up. You'll be surprised. We'll be surprised. Everybody will be surprised. Right. People seem to be very silent, and let's do our traditional thing. If we can just turn on our cameras so we can do the screenshot, traditional screenshot. We do a traditional. Yeah, Africa reporting live. You know, I look at the space, I'm like, oh my gosh. Good things, good things. How can we go wrong when we have all of these people behind us?